J-Horror Jokes.
During my time as a kindergarten senior through early elementary school, I had an experience that I'd like to share, a tale that revolves around one curious night. At the age of a kindergarten senior, one night, my mother quietly woke me up and changed my clothes before leading me to the car. The car embarked on a journey down unfamiliar, dark back roads, heading somewhere unknown. When I softly asked, "Where are we going?" my mother murmured, "We're going to a seminar." After a while, we arrived at our destination. A faint lamp illuminated the entrance of the building, and although the interior was dark, it felt eerie. A sense of unease overcame my young self. There, I was about to embark on a series of strange experiences. Initially, I was separated from my parents and found myself in a dark room with a few other children, watching videos. The videos displayed a variety of odd scenes, a woman's face appearing and disappearing, a screen filled with undulating blue waves, a person with an animal face walking on a human body. Both I and the other children watched in silence, neither scared nor making a commotion. After the videos, we were in another room where we used a scraper and colored pictures. Once that was over, our parents came to retrieve us, and we returned home. In the end, I continued attending this place for about a year, until a certain incident occurred. Going on nighttime car rides and heading somewhere was enjoyable in its own way. Besides, I often received treats from convenience stores on the way back, so I was quite content with attending. On that particular day, as usual, I attended the seminar. While watching the videos in the dark room, I suddenly felt an urgent need to use the restroom. I stepped out of the room, but to my surprise, the restroom I usually used was closed for some reason. I decided to go to the restroom on the upper floor, but as I had never been to that floor before, I lost my way back. Thinking I could just ask an adult for help, I started walking in a random direction. Eventually, I reached a landing. A staircase leading to the fourth floor had a sign saying "No entry." If I had taken the staircase to the second floor, I could have probably returned to where I came from, but for some reason, I felt compelled to explore the upper floor. With a sense of excitement, I went through the "No entry" sign and ascended the stairs to the fifth floor. The fifth floor was dimly lit with just one light, and the corridor wasn't straight like the fourth floor. Instead, there were many doors, all locked. Despite the growing unease, I continued forward. However, I couldn't find an exit easily. As I began considering giving up and heading back, I finally reached a door. It was half open, with light spilling out. Assured that there was an adult inside, I peeked through the slightly ajar door. Inside, several men were seated around a table, engaged in what seemed like an intense conversation. The room was dimly lit, with just one light on the table, so their faces were hard to discern. I hesitated to speak up, instead watching the room for a while. Summoning my courage to address them, I was suddenly met with an outburst from one of the men. He exclaimed, "What are you doing?" Taken aback and speechless, I froze in place. The man stood up, swung the door open, and upon seeing a child, he appeared relieved. His expression softened, and he asked, "What's wrong? Are you lost?" I replied, "Yes, I went to the restroom and got lost trying to find my way back, so I was looking for an adult." The man said something to the others like, "I'll take care of this child for a moment," and closed the door. The man appeared quite young, not an old man. He and I walked through the dim corridor together until we reached an area considerably distant from the vending machines. There, he finally let go of my hand. That area had numerous vending machines lined up. The man asked if I wanted a drink. I agreed, and he handed me money, saying, "Get whatever you like." Oddly enough, the drinks in those vending machines were all unfamiliar, something I had never seen before. Despite the strangeness, I chose a drink. Afterwards, my curiosity piqued, and I decided to see what other unusual drinks were available in those vending machines. I proceeded along the line of machines until I reached a dead end with a door. Almost absent-mindedly, I extended my hand toward the doorknob. Click, clack, click. The moment my hand touched the doorknob, it started to twist forcefully. Startled, I pulled my hand away. Alarmed by the noise, the man hurriedly rushed over. "Don't open it." The man then took my hand and pulled me along, walking through the dim hallway. The sound of the doorknob twisting continued in the background. We walked quite a distance from the vending machines, and the man finally released my hand. This area was where I had seen multiple doors on the way here. I was almost near the staircase, a sigh of relief escaped me. But in the next instant. Click, clack, click. The doorknob from behind started to turn with an intense force. Simultaneously, the doorknobs on the right and left began to twist as well, click, clack, click. The man pulled my hand once again, his voice now a bit agitated as he said, "Let's go." With hushed questions like, "What's happening?" he snapped, "Shut up. It's nothing." The noise from the doorknobs grew louder, a cacophony of click, clack, click, clack. That night, I was sent home earlier than usual. And from that day on, I never returned to that seminar. I wonder, what lay behind those doors?